So in this video, I want to show you how to start a successful Etsy shop in 2022. And there are a lot of different tips I can tell you and go on and on about it. But I want to break it down into the core high level tips. Okay. So some of the main things you need to think about before you even start is understand if there's a market. Okay. So you always want to know what you're thinking about, your idea, the product you want to sell. Is it something that works? And I'm not saying that you want to always find something that has been proven, that has worked, but for someone to start something brand new, if you're just getting new into this e-commerce world, selling things online, you want to focus on a category that has been proven to work, right? You don't want to try exploring something new without even knowing the fundamentals of selling, right? Because essentially you're a creator of the product, but you also need to know how to sell. And that's a whole different thing that we can go on and on about. And my channel, I kind of want to show you that side of things too. But in this video, I just want to show you the part about finding a category that will sell. And that's the first tip I will tell you, is to pick something that you're obviously passionate about, something that you can continue to do. So one way to do that is through Etsy research, right? Quick search into your category. In this one, I'm just looking at blogger templates as an example, right? So, let's say I have an idea, I want to sell this. I will look into it on Etsy, look at the competitors, right? You can see all these different ones. Simply Studio, you want to look at them and see how many of them pop up in the same category. You see, this one shows up twice in the same page, right? If you see a lot of this, that means this category is not saturated and there might be a good chance for you to tap in. And you want to see, okay, cool. They have 236 reviews, right? Let's take a look. Let's see when did they start, because that's another way to see if a category works, right? They don't have 9 listings. It's actually pretty good. Good job on that. Let's see. We scroll down. Okay, 2019, not a 2 years to 3 years actually. 2022 now. Decent sales. So you can look into that, see how long these shops have been opened, and you could have a quick idea on how well a category does. Okay. So another tip on, well, same tip, but another way to see if a category is good is to go into a keyword researching platform. So the one I'm using right now is called Marmalead, right? I'm sure you guys have been familiar with this, something that I do talk about a lot. And yeah, it's a good way to see the supply and demand of a keyword. So let's continue with our search for blogger templates. We'll just search blogger on Storm. Storm is a feature I use quite a bit on Marmalade. It's a good way to just quickly find out keywords that works. Let's see. Okay, blogger template, all green hair, which is perfect. 3,000 searches a month, 18,000 competitors, not bad. Engagement is good. If you see all green, usually it's pretty good. Okay, so let's class blogger template, same thing. Right. So I'm just doing this really quickly to show you guys, just to gain more confidence into this category, right? So you would do this to your own niche and see what the actual data shows, right? You want to see, you don't want to tap into something that has no search volume, no engagement, and fully saturated. Those are like pretty much the worst thing you want to do. I mean, you can if you love it, then you know, you go ahead and do it. But I wanna help people find categories that are best suited for them and best in terms of like based on data and just to optimize your chance of success, right? So WordPress WordPress template is also a good one for this category. And you can obviously keep going in search, and then you can have a bunch of keywords that you want to maybe explore further in. So yeah, this is one thing I use Marmalade for. And I have, like, if you're interested, if you want to use this, I have a link. You can just use for free for 2 weeks. And I always recommend that. Just use the one I provide. Do all your researching in the first 2 weeks when it's still free, and then you can just leave and without paying anything, because some of these can get a little bit pricey. But I have been using Marmalade for like over 5 years now, and I've been using them ever since. I always use tools like Storm to research. Okay, so that's for number one. So tip number two is staying on brand. Okay, so number one, I talked about finding the product, finding the category that you want to tap into, and now you've proven that it's it's an area that has worked. There's good volume surge, decent supply and demand, and now you wanna tap into it. You wanna start a store. You wanna start selling products in that niche. Okay, so the next thing is stay on brand. I guess I just said it, but um, my background is I was graphic designer at one point, and when I see stores that have great products, but if they're not presenting it well visually online, it's just not going to work as well, right? People will rather buy something that has a good branding, good visuals behind it, just a way to communicate in a better way with a worse product than someone that has a bad communication style and a good product, if I said that correctly. But yeah, it's really important to really nail down this, right? So I know how hard it is to create products that are just truly like amazing products, but if you're not showcasing it properly, it's just not going to be as effective. And yeah, so here's an example of a shop that has really very cohesive branding. Like, look how although all the backgrounds are different, and usually I always say keep it the same, but this way they have it in a way that's so cohesive, but also different, and it keeps you engaged as you scroll through the shop, but it still looks it's very on brand, right? So that's something to really keep in mind. One way is through the visuals. Another one is also product selection. And product selection is something that I think a lot of people would start steering off and become off brand, right? Meaning, let's say for example, the store they're selling a lot of different bags, and uh, one day they might want to, I don't know, start selling digital planners, right? With these bags. It just doesn't make sense. And I know a lot of people that I talk to uh, have ideas of, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And they start swaying off because the first idea doesn't seem like it's working as well when they first start. But I always say just stick through it, like, keep going through and keep dominating that niche. And, if you want to start something totally different, I recommend just starting a new shop, right? Uh, right now I have around four different shops on Etsy that sell totally different things, and it's just best to keep it that way. In my opinion, I mean, a lot of people have their own thoughts on putting everything into one shop, but I rather keep it uh, different. Okay, so and another thing that I love about the main thumbnail, which falls on like this category of visuals, is very important. To have the same thumbnail is if you look at it on a page where they're showing your competitors. Let's say if you search um, shoulder bag, what is this? Yeah, shoulder bags. If you search shoulder bags, you see all your competitors, right? And you want to know how they're doing their shots. Is it a darker gray background, very muted colors? If they're all very similar like this, maybe you want to switch it up. Maybe you want to do a slightly more vibrant background, maybe with a model showing the product, right? So like just looking at this, this kind of pops more. I mean, this is pretty good too. But I like to find ones that, okay, here's another one. This one really, got my eye looking at it, and same with this one. Um, yeah. So you want to think about how you present your main thumbnail next to other competitors. So this kind of falls under the the category I was just talking about, which was market research. Yeah. Okay, market research with yeah, on brand everything. So I was saying, I'm just gonna move on to the next. Next one is marketing. Okay. So first one talked about finding the category, the niche, making sure that that it sells, right? So now you're in it, now you're creating products, you're staying on brand, the visuals are good, you're communicating in the right way, right? Everything's very cohesive. And now the next thing is, how do you get it out there, right? So marketing is something that is super, super important. And yeah, when I first started, I was more of a creator, right? I was creating physical wall art through laser printing machines and just different things. And I put so much time into crafting that when I put it out on the internet, um, I don't know why I said internet like that, but when I put it online, I was like, nothing was happening. I had no traffic. I was like, wait, what? I have to market this thing now? Like, what would I even do? And of course, I had no traffic, so it didn't really work out for me. And ever since then, I really try to learn about the marketing aspect of things, and yeah, I can't stress enough how important it is. And a lot of people kind of try not to think about it, but anyways, uh, one, but then people get really sidetracked and overwhelmed by marketing. And I also want to let you know that on Etsy is very easy. The only thing you need to worry about for marketing is just SEO. And SEO can mean a lot on the internet, on raw, but for Etsy is mainly just your titles and tags. So your titles is a huge part of SEO, along with descriptions and titles and tags. But this part is very important for marketing aspect. It's not just a place to label your product, but it's somewhere where you can place keywords for people to search you. And going back to my Marmalead reference, showing these keywords, these are these are keywords you want to add into your titles to get more reach for SEO, be more optimized in search. And this is a beautiful product for a side table. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about it because it's amazing product, but I'm just giving you an example of what a not so good SEO looks like right here. Um, they can definitely add a lot more to this. And to show you the next slide or tab, I'll show you something that is a lot better. Okay, so here's another side table product, but look at how many different keywords they're using here. Um, sofa side table, living room side table, bedside night table, right? So this is a lot better in terms of SEO for marketing because you want to add keywords that people will be searching in the search part here, right? So I'm not saying if this product is better than this one. I'm not like, that's up to you. It's very subjective. But in terms of the SEO and marketing side of things, this is this one is a lot better than the other one. Okay. So if I was a store, I would try to implement some of the other keywords to get a broader reach, getting more traffic. More traffic means more eyeballs on your shop, and that means more sales, hopefully, right? So yeah, that's the last one I would say. I'm trying to keep these videos shorter, but I kind of ramble on sometimes. But yeah, so last one is just marketing SEO, and this titles and tags is the one that I would really focus on. And as long as you get all three of these done like decently well, you know, I think you'll do okay, right? And obviously, there's a lot more I can talk about to get down to the nitty gritty of different tips and how to be even more successful at Etsy shop. But these are the core ones, and understanding these will kind of help you tap into newer tips, right? So yeah, I think that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Please comment any questions you have. And this year, I'm definitely gonna try to do a lot more videos for you guys. And yeah, subscribe if you found value in this. And yeah, thanks for staying to the end. I really appreciate it. So I'll see you next video. Bye.